Turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. I hate all this overthinking. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Oh no.
Being a crusader? I don't think so.
Roll out the red carpet, folks. It is time for the Semper Community Series. The kickoff is finally here of this long-awaited event. My name is Chris, and this side, I keep forgetting it. This side, there is my dear friend, Mr. Jokey at my side. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here on your side to cast again with you. I love to cast with you. I love you. What? Sorry. What was that? I'm hyped and I'm ready to hype the chat and I'm ready for the matchup today.
Yes, sir. Well, the Semper Community Series. Let's talk about it. Since it's completely new, it's a completely new format around here in the Semper community on the servers. So, as you already saw in the trailer, we have different divisions. We have a tournament of around 20 teams in total, divided in 4 divisions. These divisions are divided by rank. So today we're going to see the highest rank, which is the champion division. And we're talking, of course, about high GM, about top 500, about international top talent from OWCS, from OWWC. A lot of, well, interesting names out there, interesting personalities that definitely know their way around in Overwatch. And, wow, today's matchup is a very special one because we have the absolute creme de la creme for you. We have Semper Fusion today versus X-Rays.
And Semper Fusion is special because it's the only team from the Semper server which got this high SR. And fun fact about the team, many ex-console players. But don't let you fool by that fact. They're going to stomp, or maybe not, the teams in this tournament. And we start with the players on the tank position. We have Kevin, who plays Orisa. And as I heard earlier, Orisa is going to be a strong pick here in the meta. And let's see if this works out for them. And on the side of Kevin, we have 2 DPS. It's Orc4 and Dactus. Both are playing some fast heroes. Dactus has a favorite hero, and it's Roadhog. It's not really a DPS, but it's a strong damage dealer, still a tank, but strong damage. And on the support sides, we have Santix and Jessie. Both girls are supporting demands. behind every strong man is a stronger woman. So let's see how they're doing.
Yes, sir. Semper Fusion, really excited for them as a top 40. I think it was rank 32, if I'm not mistaken, for this team. So they definitely know their way around. Their caster sheet was a little bit cheeky. Like, I was looking at it and I thought, okay, ex-console players. But yeah, as Mr. Joker said, don't let that impression fool you. These folks definitely know their way around. But their opposition today is very interesting to me, especially personally as a Uniliga caster. I saw the name of this team and I was already like, literally cosplaying Dwayne The Rock Johnson in this little sussy meme. This name was very uncanny, and once I opened up the caster sheet, well, I was not wrong. It is the VU X-Rays, actually. For those who run around in the Uniliga, know the scene, the X-Rays from Würzburg. This is literally the team, the Uniliga team that won the championship 2 seasons ago. They didn't win last time, but the time before that. So around, how many months is that? A few months, basically. It's like half a year. So these guys definitely provide some of the best Overwatch you have ever seen in the Uniliga, that is. And they also come with a new roster because they have Preloa on the tank. Preloa on the tank lineup is so special because he is the season MVP from the Uniliga currently. He has been chosen by the community as the best player in the league right now. And he will also be playing in this team for the next season, which is quite special because he isn't actually from Würzburg. Usually there's this rule that you have to have as many people from a university side as possible, but he actually is a foreign player, which is completely allowed, completely legitimate. And he's going to be an absolute upgrade to this team, even though the person before ADHD was also a fantastic player. But Preloa now in this spot, that makes hungry, man. I'm so excited to see him with this very special team at his side. On the DPS line, we have Milo and Western Spy, who are very flexible. Milo especially good on the hit scans, and Western Spy is an echo specialist, but he in general is very, very flexible on the support line. We have Yoink, who is going to be a sub today, though, because unfortunately Chrissy, greetings there, schöne Grüße. She cannot play, unfortunately, due to personal circumstances today, but Yoink is going to take her place, and Sleepwell, she is a flex support and a specialist. Very good player, and we are excited to see this roster against Semper Fusion very, very soon.
Yes, we are all in the map and ready to go, ready to roll. The first map is going to be Control Antarctic Peninsula. Let's see. It's going to be a strong map. The teams are ready. And we are ready too. What do we see here?
We see what is a clash of two worlds, I guess. We have a very brawly composition here on the side of Semper Fusion. On the other half, Preloa actually on the D.Va has been getting very comfortable on the D.Va. Who has watched Uniliga Rivals by any chance knows that this guy definitely knows how to play the D.Va. And on sub level, that is something you like to see because you can control the high grounds pretty easily. Kevin, though, on the Orisa, which has been quite the stable pick lately in OWCS with some variations. Good Wally, at least, to zone of Preloa, but just gonna drop down to point. That was very close here. All four, though, but he is actually gonna take the life of Yoink. And Preloa is now also going to be the mech, but they left Kevin in the ring.
And Jesse got a second pick on Preloa, so it's not really even. The Semper Fusion is in control of the first fight. They're already stabilizing, maybe some split here on the point. Tracer against Kiriko. Well, who gets the pick? Who gets the pick? Kiriko gets the pick on the Tracer. Now it's stable for Semper Fusion. They're ready to get back on the high ground, or is it already back? And now they need to keep it there.
Also, by the way, for those who wonder what this format will be, it's going to be a first to two, not a usual first to three. It's going to be the group phase, so it's a little bit shorter. We're going to have control, then hybrid, then escort, also by choice of the teams. But at first, we're going to see Preloa, who tries to force people onto point, at least to split them a little bit away from that high ground. But Dactus already up top again, and now they just have to drop again, which is so awkward. There's the Iceberg already going to be forced. Preloa is also going to receive the nano immediately. and just bait out a few cooldowns. Pulse Bomb will not find a target, unfortunately, but there's going to be the Mei ult as well, and Braloa is out of mech right now. Not looking too bad, but Dectus will be killed here, interestingly.
Orc 4 getting second pick on Milo. And Kevin trying to hunt someone down. Maybe gets the Lucio, maybe not. Yes, he still got it, but Orc 4 got it. And Jesse with a last support kill. Both supporters getting some treats here from the team to keep them motivated. And it's still looking good for Semper Fusion. 60% and 3 ults up, maybe already 4 ults for X-Rays. Not so good, and already first pick from Sentix. What was this?
Certainly not what they like to see. Lose the DPS this early. Also, they didn't have much time left here. Staring at a very full ult bank. None of the teams has actually used an ult. I think so, at least. We have 80% and counting. So they're just waiting right now for them to engage. Really, there's so much that they have to face. Orc 4, of course, is going to be the target of Praloa because he needs to shut down that overclock that might be coming in very, very soon. Ready for it. That's going to be the beat, though, to engage. They tried to get them off the high ground, and I expect now all the ults coming in.
Yeah, the counter beat coming in, the wall getting out. Echo, Western Spy getting the copy on the Orisa. Still not good enough to keep them off the high ground. And he just gets bounced around by the Lucio. Prelower. Oh, Prelower drops out of the mech. Needs to pull out the bomb to stabilize, to stay alive. And he is staying alive. It's still focused on the point. They got a point, by the way, for 20%. Echo flanking on the right side behind him. And Milo dropping first down. Killed by Orc 4 again. The second kill from Kevin on Yoink. It's not good looking for the X-Rays. First pick for Prelower here on Orc 4. The carrier of the match so far. But it's not good. Out of mech and out of life.
Situation could be better, but now it's going to be the back cap here, and you see that this very self-sustainable composition looks quite good. They try to still get on the point, but Yoink just gets javelins booped away. Milo is a little bit too late, so it's going to be 100 to 39%. Very decisive performance here of Semper Fusion. Can't say anything else. The D.Va, of course, gonna be a little bit of a struggle because you need to be kind of aggressive just to get them here off the high ground. You need a lot of support from your DPS that get some pressure. Also divert some aggression away from the D.Va, because after all, you don't want to use your resources too fast. The DM is too valuable to be used that much. So when you force that desync, especially, it's gonna be very hard for you to push them off the high ground. They just played this well. Orc 4 absolutely insane on that Sojourn, just murdering, going around and shutting down the opposition who tries to even go into that sideline. Especially Milo really didn't have that big of a time. But we see that there's going to be an adjustment coming in. Praloa also now on the Orisa mirror himself. Not a lot of diversion, not at all. It's going to be a mirror composition here, which interestingly looks kind of like Queen Rush. But Santix though will open up the hunt with a kill onto Yoink.
And now they're gonna need to push into the enemy line, and Dracer already flagging and pressuring the Anna on the back line, still putting the pressure on the back line, now helping the front line, someone on the back line from their team. X-Ray with Milo on Tracer, still capable of staying alive and kiting some damage out, but the point control goes for Semper Fusion. Now they're playing back a little bit safer. No, Dectus getting the kill on Milo, so it's again 5v4, and now they can speed in, and they're going in Orisa. Golden form, the helicopter move. Kevin getting a second pick. It's not looking good again for X-Rays. Third pick. Now they're just cleaning up.
This is absolutely brutal. So clean from Semper Fusion. So Dectus was such a great kill. You mark the tracer. You take Milo out, by the way, again. Milo is really struggling at the moment. Usually such a good DPS, but Semper Fusion just knows how to shut him down, how to punish him. There's gonna be even more time off the clock. Some more ult charge, and there's gonna be ults raining very, very soon. Sentix from the side, looking for it. And it's gonna be Javelin Connect, but gets into safety very fast. Now at least the X-Rays can come back, but what can they really do here? There might be a chance to make some pressure here, and there's gonna be the pulse bomb though from Dactus onto Yoink. It's already bad news. Praloa tries to even it out, but the beat is gonna come in just in time. So you can see how much, unfortunately, the X-Rays are crumbling here.
Good ult management here from the side of Semper Fusion. Still 2 ults up against 1 ult. Maybe Western Spy is getting his ult up. But I don't think it's not going to work out for them. They have to be fast, they have to play smart, and don't lose anyone against this Kiriko. Please, guys, come on. Stay together and fight together.
Centix is so cheeky. Like, that's usually what it was expected. That was close. If Yoink gets that kill, that might change the course of the fight, but it's not gonna happen. There's gonna be the TP out, so Centix completely safe. Sleep Window opens the hunt up, marks the Tracer herself. So that's gonna be the pesky flanker. Wait, Milo hunts on a target. And what a technique out to Milo onto Centix, and R4 also bites the dust. So well played, but well, it's gonna be 99% for the team of Semper Fusion. They still have 2 ultimates available. Yoink, though, will have to beat, which will be so crucial to avoid both the overclock and the Terror Surge.
Again, Tracer 1v1. Who is going to win this fight? We will not know. But the Orisa is going to push in, helping out his Tracer, flanking on the right side, pushing on a point, getting the pressure in. And now, second ult out, Orca pulls his ult, gets some kill maybe, or just getting killed by the Tracer. By the way, Centix getting a next kill, Kevin gets the third, and now it's even. 3v3, Spear is out. Who's the better Orisa? Who's the better horse? Come on, show us. It is going to be Semper Fusion, maybe, maybe not. No, Dectus getting a kill. Centix is down, no support for Kevin on a point.
Okay, they come just in hard. It was so close. Prelora was so close to losing his life here on the Orisa, but Sleepwell came just in time. Good nano also onto Milo. You wanted to make sure that Milo can get Kevin off the field as fast as possible. You nano the Tracer. Very good source of damage here. And you flip the point with that. So now you look a little bit more stable on the side of the X-Rays, who also have 3 more ultimates coming up. But Centix is going to open it up with that Kitsune Rush, but Prelora tries to counter it out. But Dectus will respond with the pulse from Prelora also in the dust. Milo will get Dectus though, but Jazzy is there to clean it up. And that should be it. That's going to be Antarctic Peninsula over in the case of Semper Fusion.
Well, let's not forget about the play of Syntax with a 2K with Kiriko, and both supporters are played big DPS role here. Not really the supporter role, big DPS role for them in this map. Good to see playing such a strong support here.
Absolutely. I was also surprised what an aggressive style the Centix was playing, to be honest. I did not expect her to be this aggressive. Usually that was a Season 8 playstyle, but now with less kill pressure, you would usually expect the Kiriko to be a little bit more defensive, a little bit more heal body, but you didn't even need it here, to be honest. The pressure was so exhilarating of Semper Fusion that I'm honestly not surprised that the Centix had that much freedom. That was a fantastic performance of them. They were way more stable. They could mark Milo a little bit better. They were just better overall in denying value and just contesting the space they needed.
That's the point, and I think we're going to see it in the next 2 or 1 map. Again, this pressure from their side, and X-Rays need to step up the game, need to focus a little bit more, or get some stronger heals, and maybe a bigger tank. But Orisa is already a big tank, so let's see.
I was about to say. I know Orisa is just a good staple pick in this right now. Usually, the funny part is that this composition used to be played with a Junker Queen in front, but Junker Queen is just too hard on her support. She needs lots of resources, lots of healing, can be shut down and bullied quite easily, especially by an Orisa that is just kept up. So it's just awkward for you. Instead, you just go Orisa because she's, well, almost unkillable, some would say.
That's true.
And still has a lot of disruption potential and damage potential with her fall off removed and with the bigger hitboxes right now. So Orisa is becoming more and more of a staple, not just in the Semper Community Series, but also in OWCS. Interestingly, though, we have the next map for you, which is going to be Blizzard World, and I would expect not to see that much Orisa here.
Maybe more of a dive. I love some good executed dives. And it's, well, still playable with the Kiriko, so Centix still has a joy of killing people. Let's see what they're going to play.
I would absolutely expect a dive. Proloa is going to be on the Diva 100,000%. I wouldn't expect anything else. Well, maybe a Doomfist. Maybe a Doomfist if he really feels funky. But overall, I think we're going to see pretty much the same compositions as earlier, just with a little bit of a diversion, especially on the tank, of course. We won't see that much Orisa. I can guarantee you this much.
Yeah.
Probably. Let's say probably. I'm not going to put money on it.
Yeah. But it's hard to get in with Orisa. Maybe with a Lucio speed, you get faster on the point, but still, for the rest of the team, well, your Orisa can just walk through, no problem. But the rest of the team is squishy and killable.
Great, guys.
That's the biggest problem on the first point.
Exactly. You can just avoid the Orisa. And that's the issue right here. You can contest the high grounds. And once you control the high grounds, it's going to be very fishy. Western Spy, it's going to be an Echo pick. I don't see anything else but an Echo pick here, honestly. He's just the area king. And his Echo is pristine. Even though we didn't see it too much in the map earlier, also was forced onto a different hero. Saw him on the Sojourn instead. But I think he feels way more comfortable on the Echo. And Echo and Diva, such a good combo. As much as you can dive in. But let's see, Blizzard World is up for grabs. And we're going to be very curious how this one goes. Semper Fusion, though, in the lead. Which means also, remember, it's a first to two. It's a match point. If Semper Fusion wins Blizzard World, they take this very first play day home.
Yes, but it's time to shine for Western Spy and for X-Ray. Well, X-Rays don't really shine, but they go through everything. So let's go. Let's show what you get. What you got, sorry, and we see what they got.
Alright, so at least I was right with my prediction that there was no Orisa. At least I haven't seen any anyways in OWCS, very rarely. But instead, you would see other dive, sometimes a poke composition. And that is exactly what we're seeing right here from Semper Fusion. They put Kevin onto the Sigma. We have the classic Baptiste Zen poke support, which has a ton of damage and is very hard to access, just because if you try to, you're going to get discord, you're going to get shot in the face. It's just never really pleasant to dive against that. And Orc 4, well, just good aimer, and you have Dactus to mark any tracers, especially, but also any flankers at all. So you have a very fast component compared to the 4 static ones you have that have a lot of range. On the other side, though, X-Rays is going to be running the predicted Diva Echo composition. They're going to have a hard job going through this poke without too much harm.
And already taking the advantage of the high ground, getting into control on the first high ground. Maybe some rotations already on the left side from the Tracer. But still, they're playing it stable and safe. Let's see, they're scouting out who's going to be the first kill for the X-Rays. Tracer still going on. Then Kevin getting the first pick on Anna, the second pick on Dactus on Milo. Again, the third pick. Just one fast game style here from the team of Semper Fusion. I wouldn't have thought that it's going to be this fast over the first match.
Yeah, you saw it was a little bit of a desync here. For the X-Rays, Prelor was still on the back high ground because he just couldn't move in. The rest of the supports either was dead or trying to fight what it was on the backside high ground, which is right above point. So they couldn't really close it out. They need to rotate through safe spaces. I mean, after all, this is a poke composition. They can't really brawl either. So you should just try to close the space, come from all from the same angle, and try to find your way there. And you can see that this is exactly what the X-Rays are doing. They're trying to take this high ground, escort everybody through, and then come in from behind just to close the distance, because that is what you want against this poke composition. You want to be in their face, and right now going down main is not the way.
And Kiriko already burning, needing to call out Zuzu. The bomb is out, not hitting anything. And now it's again a slow player getting the first pick. Which side is getting the first pick? Is it again the side of Semper Fusion? Or is X-Ray stepping up? It's interesting to see the Diva going on both reports. Stabilizing, they managed to stay alive. Dactus the first pick, but Preloa and Western Spy getting 2 picks. Is it the fight win for X-Rays? Yes, it is. Or not, yes it is. It is going to be the win for X-Rays. Only 1 on the point, it's just the poor Anna. And she stays alive. How is this possible? Anna stayed alive. Western Spy gets a kill on Dactus.
Oh, he's cooking. He's cooking it, he just lifted Yoink up in the air, but it doesn't matter though. You get the kill, but you didn't get the point here. So it was more or less a wasted one, but I appreciate the effort, Kevin. Really, I respect that ultimate, but more than just cosmetic. Well, it's not really what it is, right? You get a kill for that, and that's cool and all, but overall, still, the X-Rays to get the point also have some time still on their bank, but they are already losing people quite easily right here, so that's going to be a lot of a stall power for Semper Fusions.
Orc4 with a good position here, keeping the pressure up, the damage up on the Anna especially. She already got 3 headshots, good heals by the NHB team of X-Rays, but Orc4 is a good Ash on a high ground, getting attacked by the Echo. The Tracer going for flank still. They're playing it safe.
And they don't really need to risk anything. Sleepwell also has to expose herself a lot. It's going to be the bomb though, send in, but it gets nothing but the Lamp. Dactus on the other hand gets the kill on Milo. So again, you win these Tracer duels. They are so good. So important to win these Tracer duels. And he also Prelora is out of mech again. And look also how aggressive Santix is positioned. How the hell... Well, now the entire team takes this position. They are standing on this high ground, literally spawn camping the poor X-Rays. Can you imagine that? But the X-Rays, at least, they have a stacked ultimate bank, which they need to use aggressively to force out a bit. Prelora tries to go on the high ground, force people down, but it's definitely not going to be as easy. You can see that.
And I think that's their tactic, the tactic of Semper Fusion, to keep the Zen as a bait. Everyone goes to the high ground and thinks, yes, the Zen is easy to kill, and then in your face, a rock and the lamp, and the Zen is still alive and you're dead. Like Milo did.
Really rough to get this. Like, this poke composition to crack this open is so hard. You barely have any access, really. Dactus. That was a little bit close. It's also going to be finished off. It's going to be a lot of damage. And we see Milo also with the swap. He has understood that the Tracer is not the pig. Instead, on the Ash, it's going to be also the Nano deployed onto Prelora, who takes aggression on Orc4 with the kill onto Western Spy. But at least you force out the Transcendence from the likes of Fusion. Well, at least that is a positive. And now finally a little bit of space control for them.
And now that they can push the payload a few meters forward, the Kitsune goes out, getting some more buffs for their team of X-Rays. Tracer in the backline with the Anna. The sleep doesn't hit. The pulse, maybe the pulse from Dactus hits on the Anna. No, it was a close call. And by the way, Echo got the copy on Sigma. Jersey gets the kill on Milo, but Priola, holy shit, revenge kill. 2k on Dactus and Santix. It's only one support left for the team of X-Fusion. X-Fusion, sorry, I confused the name. But Western Spy dies to Orc4. Prelora, sorry, the name is really hard to pronounce. Gets the third kill. Now this fourth, come on, get the Tracer. Tracer has no recall. Still on the high ground, half HP. Going behind her, going after her. That's it.
Oh, well played from the Semper race. Really appreciated their effort. Well, okay, jokes aside. Well, the Extras now finally have broken open this spawn camp, but they have lost so much time. Look at this, only 40 seconds. They still have this point to push Orc4 with a burn on the Western Spy. Kevin, you just is going to convert Sigma into a dive tank and kill Western Spy himself. So again, they seem to have the pressure back at their side. They're all trapped in this room. There's going to be now the swap for Western Spy onto the Tracer. Prelora again. The carry of this round, such a good tank. He's going to receive the nano, but at the moment he is taking way too much damage. Milo, though, there's going to be the kill onto Santix, and also Jerry's dead, which means no more supports available. But can they keep up the pressure here against this very good team? X-Rays, no, they lose Milo, but Dactus at least bites the dust, and they still have some point control. They just need to clean up, and there's a chance to get the second point through, but they need to be fast with it.
Sigma and Bab alone on a point. Who's staying alive? No, it was Zen who was on the point with Sigma and the Transcendence getting out. Sigma ult getting back into the game. Getting the advantage for Semper Fusion. 2 kills from Dactus on X-Rays. Yoink and Priola are dead. They are not for the team fight. Now comes the Sig 9. Maybe not. No, Milo and Sleepwell are carrying the team into the second point. What a fight here from the X-Rays.
What the hell was that? That was so chaotic. I think everybody was just shooting everything. The comms would have been all over the place. So many things happening at once. Milo's Bob also misses the point. that is so crucial because Western Spy had to stall, but he did everything correctly. And Milo's Ash pick, I have to say, is absolutely paying dividends. It's so good right now. This swap makes it so harsh for them to really do something. You can also notice that Dactus has to respect the Ash of Milo so much. He can't just push in for free. It's so hard for him to really get any value here. And now we have point C, which is a whole different point. It's very much more brawly, not many dive angles, but also not that great to brawl as Kevin. So he is going to be under a lot of pressure, and you see how much healing is going in. And now with that nano to Proloa again, there is blood in the water, Jokey.
Yeah, Proloa getting the advantage of high ground, pushing the Zen. No, the Zen and the Bob. What a duo, getting Priola out of tank and out of life again. All four getting the kill on Sleepway, so only one support. Yoink getting the kill on Dactus, but it's not really game winning. So Santix and Kevin cleaning up again. Diva's already back. Maybe some more damage for the Tracer. No, Western Spy is going to play it safe and doesn't try to get into the fight alone.
Waiting for Proloa to touch the point. It's gonna happen right now. Western Spy is gonna be marked by Dactus, but at least has Yoink as a little help at the side, so they have a little bit of pressure. But now Dactus gets the kill to Western Spy. Yoink is also on the sideline, makes it out with the TP, but almost died here. There's gonna be so much pressure. Milo also has to reposition himself, but Dactus jumps behind him down to just 7 HP, and now with Sentix ult, it's gonna be very awkward. Proloa gets the bomb, also gets the remake, but for how long will they get this? Will they have this still under control? The Kitsune Rush is there, but Bob also launched in behind, and now the kills, they come in slowly, and the overtime runs out, and in all that mess, in all that chaos, it is Semper Fusion that is gonna be the team up for now. But it is a formidable push. At least you made it past point B, and well, we had a time where this was definitely not guaranteed. There's gonna be a little bit of a pause because I think Western Spy just had a DC. That's fine. That's fine. Also good timing, I guess. Right
Yeah.
out when the round ends, so that's fine. We'll be back in a few.
Well, while we're waiting, let's talk about Syntax, or are we doing a break?
I think we can talk a little bit.
Okay. So let's talk about Syntax again. This Transcendence at the end of the last fight, it was so forced up. As I remember, they just got to the second point. The Transcendence tried to save the second point. It didn't work out. And now, 30 seconds later, again, a Transcendence. Well, I can't do this when I play Sen.
Well, there's a big difference, I think, between you and Santix.
Really? I don't think so. No, can't be.
Yeah, right. There's no difference. Just just a slight one. But yeah, this aggression coming in from Sentix still also shows how strong Zen still is. Like you don't see him a lot in team environments lately, just because dive is just so strong, and it's kind of hard to keep him alive. Once there's a Zen, of course, it's a little bit awkward for the team to play. But then you would just go hard dive, just kill the Zen. But in this case, you have a Diva. A Diva is very slow, is more predictable than a Winston or a Doomfist or a Ball is, and is also an easy Discord target. You just don't like getting discorded as Diva. It's one of the tanks that really cares a lot about that Discord, and you can notice that. Sentix also having the protection of his teammates. He was not off-angling. He was not isolating herself too much. So she was just doing what she was supposed to, honestly. I don't see an issue with that playstyle. Quite the opposite. That was quite a big carry there, and I cannot deny that. I think nobody can.
Yeah, that's true. But would you say that it would be smarter to play a different tank or really go for this hard dive for X-Rays to manage this whole team fight or this whole map? Or is it just because they just get the first point when they change to hard dive and now change back to their original comp? What do you think would work out better for them?
I think Proloa was on the Diva mainly because he's so comfortable on it. Like, his hero pool is quote-unquote limited to very off-tanky heroes, and he doesn't really play Winston or Ball either. There is a chance for him to play Doomfist, but the thing with Doomfist is Doomfist doesn't really like the poke either, and he is a very easy rock target for Sigma. So you have to play it way too much around the Sigma. The Zen is just going to anchor around him, obviously. So you don't really have an entry point. you can't really brawl on Blizzard World either because of the long sidelines. So it's just very, very rough. I wouldn't even be able to tell you what to do in this scenario when you don't really have the hero
Yeah.
pool to do this. And of course, at this high elo, you wouldn't risk putting your tank or somebody onto a hero they're not really comfortable with, especially playing against Semper Fusion, a top 32 OWCS team. So just stick to what's comfortable and try to make it work. And right now, it wasn't too bad. At least they made it to second point and a little bit across, like 55 meters. So it's not the end of the world, but it's definitely going to be tough.
Do you think they're going to switch around the comms? That Semper Fusion is going to play the Diva Echo comp and X-Ray is going to play the Poke comp? Or are they going to stick to the same comp as they were in the first position?
I mean, on defense, the poke definitely works better than on attack because it's, honestly, it's just not really the way to go. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Really sneak up on main and just hope to kill something that's super mobile? No, that's not gonna happen. So I would say we're gonna have a very similar matchup like earlier, just with switch teams. And Proloa also is very keen on the Sigma himself. And with Western Spine Milo, you have two very flexible DPS. I think I would expect them to be on that poke, as it is a little bit safer and very annoying to play into. I'm not so sure though if Semper Fusion will really go onto the dive, or at least not the same as we had earlier. Let's see what Kevin has up his pocket. That's gonna be. Nah, I think that's gonna. It's gonna be. That's gonna change, right?
Well, maybe not. Maybe they're just going to have some fun here.
No,
we are going to have some fun when they're staying this comp.
There's a spawn room, so relax.
Yeah, it's spawn room. That's true. Maybe they're just trolling the other team, making some noises, so they're going to call, oh, they have a Reinhardt, and bam, no, we have still a Sigma. But if they stay on this, it's going to be a fun match.
Interesting. I didn't expect that. Proloa also on the Diva, so they want to make this as aggressive as possible, this defense. You can do that, of course, on the choke point, but when they really decide to, well, if Semper Fusion decides to counter this comp, it's gonna be quite easy because they also have the spawn advantage. Also, don't be fooled by this live wheel. It's just gonna be the platform trick. So the Widow can go for the pop shot, you pull her back, and now you swap. There you go. So they actually will be on the spawn composition. This is exactly, as I said, just completely wrong. Just the complete opposite.
They stayed their comms as they were in the first fight, and maybe let's see if it's going to work out for the X-Rays here. They're already pushing on the high ground really fast. And it's pushed them off already. Sigma keeping the control on high ground. Rock the Diva that she cannot fly up. Proloa is still on low ground. Kiriko and Milo fighting against the Sigma and pushing him off again. So they have the advantage of high ground again. They're rotating on the left side or rotating back. What are they going to do? They're just playing it safe a little bit.
I like how they are playing this because they basically split into 3-2, have the beefy tank in front, and send your Tracer with the Kiriko out just for a stroll. But as you can see, that also can get punished if you're not careful enough. Dactus will open up the kill, and also with the kill on Milo, so that is the flanker core completely gone, and you're reduced to just 3 players. The point up for the taking for that Semper Fusion, and in such a simple manner as well. You just punish who's trying to go for these flanks, and that worked out just fine. X-Rays waiting for the regroup here now. There's not much time left. Proloa getting ready to get onto point now. There's going to be the Discord. It's going to be very awkward for him. He has to juggle his health pool around a lot, but Burst Seal is also going to be, well, it's going to be suppressed. But as you can see, the first point is already lost, and now all the kills onto the support lines, they are unfortunately in vain in this case.
Yeah, because we're going to be back in 6 seconds, and they're going to show off what they're going to do as a support duo. We already saw it most of the time today, and let's show us again. Sigma low HP here on the point, on the payload, getting some more space. No, just staying alive and hoping to survive this shit. And Santix getting the first kill on the Tracer Proloa. By the way, on the counter pick on Santix, it's even 4v4, but the Semper Fusion is brave enough to push against them. Proloa getting the next kill on Orc 4. So they need to stabilize a little bit more. Western Spy gets the flank of Dactus. I don't think he was counting with this.
Absolutely not. I can assure you this much. He wasn't in panic. They had to head for the health pack, but that was just the right decision and wins the duel with that fantastic double tap Prolor. Now, with another kill onto Sentix, it seems to work out. They are now on point B, which is, to be honest, a better scenario for them. Because you just have to deny the high ground. You let them eat your dust by being trapped in this little choke, and even if you make it down onto point B, you're gonna be in such a world of trouble. Kitsune Rush is gonna come out though, and you can see how much they have to back away because of the damage potential that the X-Rays have right now. This might exactly be the point where they hold them. As long as they are stable enough, it should be fine, but Sleepwell is gonna be pushed here. Sleep is in a good timing of Santix, still on the position. Transcend is also gonna be used here, and it's gonna be a hard one here still to push. But the X-Rays are in shambles for now.
Milo wasting his build bomb, sadly, on the Transcendence and the Lamp of Baptiste. I think he was thinking about a different style here with his build bomb. And they are already on high ground, blocking the Anonate, getting some more space, staying aggressive here. Getting maybe a good rock on the Echo. Yes, it was a great rock from Kevin. Getting a lift on the Anna. Anna's going to die. Jesse getting the kill. Kevin getting the second kill on the support line. They're just pushing through. And the D.Va don't know what to do. Just flying away. Trying to stay alive. Getting out of mech. Using bomb to get the mech back fast enough for the next team fight. Just a few meters for the second point. Who's going to win this next fight? There's the winner. Yeah, let's go. Come on, guys. Get the next pick. They managed to kite the window.
A nice try here from Dectus with that pulse bomb after recall. Not gonna be the thing though. Western Spy gets Jesse though into a good position, but then now with the overclock, Orc 4 hunting for the kills, gets one kill onto Yoink, but good reaction from Western Spy, who uses his copy just to stay alive, and now they seem to still stabilize here the X-Rays. That's good for them, because otherwise that would have been it. Semper Fusion was very smart in first of all winning that team fight out of basically nowhere, and then just take as much space as you could. You saw how aggressive they were, how they were chasing the X-Rays back to spawn, but now with them stabilizing, it's going to be very awkward for them again to push this, because this point is still very X-Rays favored with the composition, with the high ground you have, and with the long distance. You can go Santix in a world of trouble, but there's going to be a lamp available for her. She's still going to be safe, and there's also going to be another Transcendence available. Also knows that Milo's around the corner. Not a pressure pulse bomb is not going to connect here, unfortunately, but, well, mind the point, please.
And now the Transcendence, the aggressive Transcendence. Guys, you can push in. You're unkillable if you stay in the radius of the Zenyatta. And by the way, Santix getting again a kill. Orc 4 at 2k. And a team kill for Semper Fusion. The point is there. They're already pushing forward. Baptiste pushing a payload. Easy peasy like. And let's see if they can match up. They're staying on their comp. No, they're switching. Western Spice playing on the Tracer and Milo on Widow. Let's see the Widow gameplay. Come on, showers.
Unorthodox pick, but I guess at this point it's a little bit of a desperation. You can see that the payload doesn't have to travel too far. The finish line is right there around the first bend, and Kevin already opening it up with a kill onto Western Spine. It's gonna be so awkward now with Sleepwell in the grave as well. Hey, do they even have a chance to touch? They do not! Semper Fusion will close out this map a little bit too early for the taste of X-Rays, which also means that Semper Fusion wins the series 2-0.
First win for the team of Semper Fusion. Again, a great highlight from Zentix. MVP, I would say. MVP of this whole match today. Big Zenyatta gameplay. Some kicks in the face, some orbs in the face. Just ignoring the Tracer on the right side.
Just casually. You know, casually. The usual. But yeah, Semper Fusion absolutely showing off their strength here. There's a good reason why they made it this far in OWCS. We have also been talking earlier to the Overwatch chief in charge here at Semper, and he was very confident of his team. And we could see why. These guys and gals absolutely know their way around. It was so well played. The poke composition, we also saw it here. It's still a staple pick, even on Blizzard World against the dive. And, well, there's nothing else but us being very impressed by their performance and having such a great kickoff into the Semper Community Series.
Sadly, a fast kickoff. I would have been up for more. But we can already tease you the next matchup we're going to cast. It's going to be on Wednesday. But I don't know the teams. Do you know
I think
the
it's
teams?
Super Shy versus Anaconda, as far as I know, which is a fantastic match to really look forward to.
I don't know both of the teams, so I'm going to be surprised, I think.
I can tell you, I have to say about Anaconda, I still have to do my homework, to be honest. I'm sorry for this. But Super Shy, well, the guys of Super Shy are very known to me since I have been casting Class Clash, and these folks, you have no clue, man. You're gonna see this roster, and if you have been around in the Overwatch scene for a bit, in the competitive scene, in the esports scene, you're gonna know these names. These folks are no strangers, man. An absolute
Alright.
star lineup. So you will be thrilled, and I'm also gonna be very curious how Anaconda will handle this, because that is not gonna be an easy feat.
Now you set it high, and I hope they will reach the goal. And we have a small clip from the match today again. Let's see what they got for us.
It has been a Darky Peninsula, that fantastic tracer play that we saw earlier. From the X-rays, from Milo, especially. That was so clean as well, with the melee, and you turn around, get the pulse bomb off that cleanly. Just always impressive. You can see on what a high level we are actually performing in this series. And this is just the beginning. This is just basically the appetizer of what's going to happen next. So these little nitpicks are what to expect of this series. And I think today, even though it was a fast one, the Semper Fusion really looked very nice. We should also not disregard the X-Rays, who are using this as a good measure to build up their team, and they have also been showing up today very nicely and had a good chance to win.
They're going to have some more chances in the next few matchups, so don't let yourself hang down. You can do it, guys. You can do it.
Absolutely. So just a quick question to our production. Are we going to head into a break first? Because we're going to have some interviews for you folks. Are we going into a break? All right, seems like we are. So before we head into interviews, we're going to speak to some players here. We're going to head into a small break, so don't go anywhere. We will, of course, want to know what the players think of this match. See you in a few.
Empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la. Oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone.
Welcome back, guys. As promised, the break wasn't too long, so here we are, ready basically for an interview. We're gonna start off on two voices that we have from both teams, by the way. We're not just gonna speak to the winners, we also have the ones that have not won today with us. And we're ready for an interview with Kevin and Peroa. So both tank players are gonna join us in a few moments. Whenever we are ready, we can move them over. So let's start with the X-rays. Let's start with Preloa, the season MVP of the Uniliga right here. What an honor, man. Welcome.
Hello,
Welcome.
that's me. Happy to be here.
Glad to hear you, man. Glad to hear. It's the first time that we actually speak to each other, but of course, me as an Uniliga caster, I'm very honored to have you here and finally hear your voice. Well, of course, losing is never easy and it's never pleasant, but well, let's talk about it. What do you feel right now about this match?
I mean, obviously we're kind of disappointed with how we played, but we had to get a sub in short term, so it was kind of expected for us that we played a bit messy, I guess. But I think we still made it kind of close, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, I have to agree, especially on Blizzard World, you had a very good stabilization. You made this fight very messy and very awkward for Semper Fusion, and you pushed it quite far. So, even though you had a stand in today, is there some kind of learning experience you take from this? Some strategic nitpick that you're gonna use for the next group games?
We're definitely gonna look at it with our coach and see what we can improve, but I think we just staggered a lot and just didn't play it very cleanly at times. Like once we actually got a good fight, like it wasn't really that bad, but just and minutes at a time, I felt like where we just didn't get a proper fight.
And speaking of which, you probably know what your next opponent's gonna be. What is your gut feeling around the next games? What do you think?
Do we know our next opponent already? I've seen the opponents, but I don't know who's next.
Well, let's talk about the games themselves, I guess, about Super Shy and Anaconda, for example. Especially Super Shy. How do you
Yeah, I
feel
mean-
about them, man?
I've seen that I've seen their performance in like the open qualifiers, and that's pretty intimidating. But we'll try our best. Like, should be a good learning experience at least for us.
I think so too. I think this is a good chance for you to show yourself and also to form this team because, as far as I know, you have recently joined this team, right, for the next
I
Uniliga?
have. That's the plan.
All right, so that's a great learning experience then for you and the team, and I think, to me personally, it is a very good chance for you, well, to get some hours into the team. So very glad to have you here. I would say before we send you off, well, some last words from you. Do you want to say something to your supporters? I've seen some people coming into the chat here rooting for you.
I have not seen the supporters yet, but whoever they are, I'm grateful for you. We'll do better next match. Trust.
Our mod Akiyami especially was rooting a lot for you. She was saying like, don't you dare say anything bad about Würzburg. Like it was very you know, she was persuasive about it. But well, thanks so much, Peloa, for joining us. All the best to you,
Yeah, thank
and
you.
hope to see you soon and also in Uniliga. Very excited.
Yeah, I'll see you around. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
And now
All right.
next up is going to be the winner team. The interview is going to be with Kevin. Welcome, Kevin. Congrats to your win.
Thank you, thank you.
How do you feel?
Pretty good, pretty good. We felt confident when we came into the match, so we were chilling.
So you're completely chilled, no high pulse or so, just chilled.
Yeah, we were we were confident in ourselves, so we would just run the comps we would normally play. So
Yeah, and we saw the confidence. You showed it off in both maps, and I have to ask an important question. The strategy to put this in on top on high ground on Blizzard World, the second point, or not the second point, but the joint point. Was it a bait to get the people on the high ground and just punish them?
on our attack,
Yeah, no, was it attack or defense?
Defense. It was
defense. It
defense.
was on defense,
Uh,
yes. Or you
Alright,
put Zen on high ground.
No, I think like just like Sen on high ground is just strong anyway, right? I just
Mm.
it
So
could
no
show-
strategy behind it,
no, it's just a strong position for Sen. I think
but it worked out for you.
it worked out.
Yeah. And how are you going to go into the next matches? Is this the same confidence, or are you a little bit afraid of against the next enemies?
Nah, I'm not scared at least. I think we're just gonna play our game and then do our best. Yeah, like
That's the
whatever,
best mindset.
yeah, whatever opponent it is, it's just like yeah, sure, they might be harder, but if we go with our game plan and do our best we can, is what we can do, right? So
And how is the team morale before? How was the team morale before the match and after match? Was it more intense before or after?
no, two of our players was like we wanna. Two of our players wanted to play a late block, so we didn't want it to go to map 3, that's for sure.
Okay, that was a good goal. You reached it.
Yeah. So we were just laughing and having fun, play our game.
So before we go, do you have to say something to your fans?
Yeah. Thank you, Vest, for supporting the other team. He's on our team, and we heard, we saw. I found out later that he was supporting the enemies, so that was cool. You know.
And maybe you have to talk later.
Yeah. Thank you, Vest.
Show him who the boss is.
Yeah.
Well, congrats to you win,
Thank you.
and I hope I will see your team more often.
Oh, you will.
That's good. So, thanks for coming by.
Yeah. I'll see you guys.
Stay around.
Bye.
GG's.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. The interviews of both of the tank players, Sepralor and Kevin, with us. Well, I have to say, I am absolutely stunned how chill Kevin was. Like,
Yes,
you
totally.
know, we're just having fun. You know, we're confident. It's all easy and
Oh, we
stuff.
were
That was
playing
great.
Overwatch? Oh, I didn't realize.
Pretty much. But yeah, that speaks for a good team.
Yeah.
Like, you know what you're doing, you know that what you're doing is working out for you, and you're ready for the challenge. And whenever it comes, you're ready for it. So I would say this is an absolute W on all lines for Semper Fusion, and I'm very thrilled to see them later in the series. But of course, X-Rays, we're gonna see what they will make out of their chances. We've just heard that they try to gather some experience. Yeah, really curious what they can get out. Of course, Grüße gehen raus, you know, the usual. So that is it for today's broadcast. And well, there's nothing much left to say outside of, well, thank you all for tuning in. And I would say, of course, thank you to everybody behind the scenes. We have not spoken about them, of course. Big thank you and shout out to our observer today, Turbo, my man, on the camera. And Lars, the owner himself, is at the production today. So the man is working overtime as per usual. Absolute props to them. And I would say the last words today, they are for you, Mr. Jokey. Do with them as you like, more or less.
Sorry, I was just reading a chat from Jova. What did you say?
The last words, Mr.
The
Jokey.
last words. Oh God, I didn't manage to find some.
I thought you
good,
prepared.
I was prepared to put my shirt off, but I'm not allowed to do that. Sorry.
Really?
And no one really wants to see
You
that.
didn't get permission, guys?
No, I didn't get permission.
You're joking, right?
I'm joking. I'm not joking. No, I'm not joking.
I hate it
And,
here.
well, my wife is not going to like it when somebody else
yeah.
going to see me naked. So that's the last words for me, and I hope you won't see me naked. But we will see you on Wednesday with the next matchup. Be ready.
Empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la. Oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights.